What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the red color, playing as Loki. His name is Suppe. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Oranos. His name is Mariano. It's currently 1-0 in this best of 3 series for the Champions League group stages. I believe this is, I want to say, the Osiris division, but I don't know. I can't remember. There's too many games. There's too much stuff going on. I'm going to try and look it up quickly. If we just hit this button over here, and then we pull that over there, and then we take a look at it. It is indeed the Osiris division. I know things. I'm following this tournament very, very closely. Alrighty. So, Suppe winning that first game on Sheltered Pass in commanding fashion with his Odin, deciding to change his god up for this next map. This one is the competitive mega random map. And deciding to go in with Loki here. We'll see if Suppe wants to go for anything different. Obviously, Loki and Odin both have got access to Heimdall here, so they can do a relatively similar strategy in the early game. Obviously, Odin gets a little bit more food than Loki, and Loki gets the free myth unit spawns. So it is a little bit of a up and down skis, but it's basically the same economic start. It's the same strategy in essence. So you can do it with both of the gods. But we'll see what Suppe wants to do. He is scouting around. He's looking for the gold. He sees the gold over here. The competitive mega random that we've got on this map here is, funnily enough, another version of Sheltered Pass. It's another version of Sheltered Pass, but it's got a very, very different amount of food on this map. As you can see, that Suppe has got only the one Auroch on this map, which is obviously not going to be the best thing in the world here for the Loki. Loki definitely prospers on the high hunt maps, whereas Oranos is going to have a lot more success on those low hunt maps, as the Ulfsark here going to be retreating back to the center of the map, potentially looking for a temple to be dropped here. Needs another 50 gold in the bank to start that one up. There is a relic up here, the Fetters of Fenrir. Not really going to be that useful of a relic here in this on this map, because there's not that much hunt. And the monkey head down the bottom, this one's actually kind of useful, especially if you go for a rush. But we are seeing that Suppe here, he's dropping down at kind of a forward temple, but not crazy forward on this position here. What's the point of this? Well, he could still go for a Heimdall rush. He could go for a Forseti kind of defensive play where he's trying to maybe delay Hall of Thane so he can eat the Auroch and then move back into his base. He has found himself 10 goats, and he's got the chickens in his base. So it's not like it's an awful map here by any stretch. It's kind of similar to a Max Hunt Oasis map. So if you ever play Max Hunt Oasis as Loki, you'll kind of know that while you're not super enthralled about the Oasis map, you see 5 zebra, you see 5 giraffe, you're like, I can deal with that. And basically all the hunt is in the main base here. So it's kind of nice. It's just kind of a nice map in a way here for Suppe. He's going to be completely fine here. The big question is going to be, what is Mariano going to be able to do here on this map to have some advantages? Now, we are seeing that Mariano has gone for a 4-minute advance time. I do not recommend a 4-minute advance time versus Loki in this matchup anymore. Why? Because you just don't have the resources to pump your Murmillo out consistently here. You need Murmillo, especially on a low hunt map. You need to pump your Murmillo out very, very fast. We see 1 military barracks up. I would be surprised to see a counter barracks here. And we are indeed seeing a counter barracks. So I am surprised here. And this is kind of why I suggest 4:30 advance time is going to be a better, cleaner, easier, more consistent build for Oranos, because you can drop the double military barracks. You can even manually heroize the oracles, and you can kind of have a very, very strong early game against the Loki. Now, the thing here is now that because it's military barracks, counter barracks, Soup will not have to delay Hall of Fames because the Termite, they don't do anything. So getting out early Hall of Fames here is going to be really, really useful. In fact, we also see some walls coming down for Soup. I love this. He's going to be able to use the temple to wall up here as well, and then wall up to the top side of the map if he so chooses, so that he can have all of the advantages in this game. Thank you for the raiding party, Mr. Warrior. I hope your stream went well. As a Promethean Offspring, going to be searching around for something to take out. He could find a stray house or something here as well, as we do see the villagers now moving up onto the Orc, and they do indeed have that Fetters of Fenrir relic, so they managed to kill that Orc straight away. They can also kill the bear straight away, which is a very, very nice thing as well, as the hero units coming through, pushing Soup back, but Soup's already got so much population here. Obviously, Mariano is winning just a little bit. He's going to be able to take out that house as well. No effort to stop that one for the time being. Potentially a troll could go somewhere. I'm not sure where the troll is. The troll's up on the top side of the map there. It's a big unit there to have in your army, or at least to defend against the Promethean Offspring, as the house is just about to get taken down. We do see another house getting dropped here, as Soup's going to be now sending his Herso back home. The Orc going to be finished relatively quickly here, as the wall's getting broken down. And this is going to be a bit of a timing here for Mariano that he's kind of squandering on the gate here. Taking this gate down is giving Soup a significant amount of time here in this game, as the Promethean Offspring starting a duel against the villagers here. And Mariano, he gets one little shank, retreats back. We will see the units pushing forward here onto this position, looking to take down some houses, potentially going to find the villagers over here. They don't quite have the line of sight, as the army now starting to push forward. Soup here, he's got a lot of resources in the bank at this point. He's definitely trying to get himself Hall of Fames very, very early here, but taking a fight with this many resources in the bank is not the best of ideas here, ladies and gentlemen. So Herso starting to get taken out. There's a little bit of population in the bank here, so myth unit spawns will be a big, big help. But there's units here in the fight that just aren't fighting for Mariano for whatever reason, as these two Herso simply just pulling back, sitting underneath the healing spring, going to be getting a lot of HP back in this fight. Will we see any myth units coming through here for Soup anytime soon? There's a troll. There's still a troll at the top side of the map here, which has not been helping out in the slightest. There's the Valor coming through there for Mariano, as well as the hero Mermilla going to be able to take down that troll incredibly fast. Population differential still in favor of Mariano at this point. Villagers now coming over to start helping out in this fight. There's only a handful of Mermillo back here in this one, as the Termi hero there with 3 HP still sitting there nice and healthy, as the troll still sitting at the top side of the map waiting to join this fight. I'm not sure what Soup is doing and why he's not utilizing those units just yet, but the population advantage here now for Mariano is allowing him to get control of this location, as he does manage to push through, snipes down one Mermillo. Villagers coming through yet again, as the Herso retreats back. The low HP Herso going to be able to heal up on that healing spring nicely here, as Soup says, I want to take this fight. Valkyrie spawn now is going to be a very, very big assistance here. There is one hero Mermillo here as well, which Soup's got to be a little bit concerned about, as he's still trying to push forward. Hall of Fames 60% of the way through. He's only got a handful of Herso remaining here, as the Herso continuing to fall on this fight. It's still very, very close here in terms of population, when you consider the fact that myth units can spawn at any point. As we get another troll, there's no heroes left in this army. Well, there's one hero left in this army, as the heroes are going to start, as the myth units are going to start taking down all of those units. And it looks to me like Soup has held for the time being here in this game. He's going to drop another longhouse down as well. He's got a lot of gold in the bank. I'm not sure what that gold is going to be used for. One thing you can do if you ever find yourself in these situations as Loki is you just bring a goat over to the ox cart, take the villagers off of gold, put them onto the goat, and then shift click the dwarves back onto the gold after the goat is finished, obviously. That way you're going to get a little bit more equality in your resources, and you don't even have to worry about it. It takes 2 clicks to or 3 clicks to kind of set that up, and you can kind of fix that excess gold in your bank very, very simply to get all of the units out. As we could start seeing some throw and axemen getting trained here, but it looks like Troll's going to come out instead, as the troll, it seems that Soup has figured out has been brought back. Wall's going to be finished back up onto this top position here as Mariano going to be searching around for some villagers to kill. And Mariano here, his spidey senses are tingling, but it looks like Soup's not paying attention in the slightest here. He's going to be sending his units straight to those berries, but he's been found out. Villagers getting taken down as the Hearse are coming through. The Trolls coming through. This is going to be a lot of units picked off, though, for Soup as well, though, as Mariano retreats away. He's going to be losing a handful of units. We see an ox cart down, a couple of villagers down as well, as the villagers are going to continue to move forward to those berries as an ox cart does come through for Soup as well. As the army retreats back into this position, we will be seeing Mariano going to be eating his Orok here. He's still got plenty of goats left in his main base here. Is the army going to come through? And now Mariano can start thinking, you know what, I can hit these berries here if he wants at this point, but maybe he feels like the villagers are just retreated back home or something as the villagers coming forward. Going to start shanking onto this position as the Trolls come through, getting a good amount of damage done as Soup, he's got plenty of favor in the bank to continue this troll spam that he's going for. As the army now coming through into the forward base, you're going to be looking to take out the houses, the military buildings, and everything else there. But while this is going on, we do see two Hearser ready to push him onto this position. And look at this, the population is full here. So most likely, when a house gets dropped, if there's no other Hearser fighting, these Hearser will most likely get a myth unit spawn. But we'll see if Soup is actually going to be able to kind of, if that's what he was trying to do there. It's a little trick you can do. Loki mains can do that if they kind of understand how it all works, as the villagers have been spotted on that top location. As the Hearser over here continue, we do see that a house was actually taken out as the villagers retreating back here. As now Soup pushes forward with his Hearser, and Soup's going to be shaking his head thinking that he could make that work there, as this Hearser still very much alive. Still no population here for that myth unit spawn, as the Terma will be able to pick off that Hearser. Say you got an Einhjar spawn, a Valkyrie spawn, or a Troll spawn here. That would have been huge on that gold mine, but unfortunately, Soup not able to make that happen. Soup, does he have himself his armory down? He's going to be throwing it up on that position over here. Villagers still onto the goats. Plenty of food left here. One trick here that you can do if you go for a semi-fast heroic on these kind of low hunt maps as Loki is you can prioritize building and a market as soon as you hit the heroic age, and you can just throw all of the dwarves you built in the classical age onto gold. And you can actually manage to trade for food in those positions to continue spamming out the Hearser. And you can't do it for a crazy amount of time because it starts becoming pretty inefficient pretty fast. But for the initial big boost of that heroic age timing, you can actually find yourself some sort of an advantage as the Hearser moving back in onto this position. Bragi has been clicked up on very low HP citizen here. Is going to get garrisoned immediately. Still no myth unit spawn over here for Soup, as Soup is putting the pressure on. More Hearser coming out on these positions as the Mermillo hero there is going to be getting taken out. The citizen retreating into this position. Will they get blocked off? It looks like they have been blocked from entering that manor, but the Mermillo are in right now. One thing that Mariano is missing at this point, which he definitely could utilize, is the copper mail. Copper mail is such a huge technology for both players here. Both players could definitely use that technology, but copper mail is a huge idea in this matchup, as the citizen does get caught out, will end up going down. Einhjar spawn there for Soup as well, as he's going to be retreating away. The Einhjar is most likely going to be left for dead there, as we do see that on the top side of the map here, the citizen trying to get a town center up. That's never, in my experience, the town center here is never the right call. You want to get heroic age, you want to get medium, heavy infantry, you want to get bronze mail. Those upgrades are vitally important in this matchup, because here's the thing: you cannot defend the impending flaming weapons that is coming for you here, as the citizen getting chased away. We do see one stray Mermillo getting sniped down as Mariano is still trying to chase this. The bear comes in to help with the cleaning up of that citizen as well. Thea coming through right now for Mariano as well. Mariano with plenty of resources in the bank, but will that matter or not is the big question. Mariano can slam down 2 palaces onto this gold mine, for example, to keep himself alive, as the flaming weapons does get clicked onto this position. Meanwhile, Battle Ball over here, I love that play. Battle Ball to take the mana down, Hearser to take the villagers down. Great play there. as the Herser come through to try and get some sort of a body block. A little bit of wood in the bank there actually for Suppe. He could have gone for some sort of a building block there, but opted to not go for it. 40 seconds left of the flaming weapons here. Is the gate going to get broken down? Citizens retreating back. There's still plenty of gold in the bank here for Mariano, so he doesn't need this position immediately here, as the Citizen will end up, doesn't manage to take it down. This Citizen, will it go down? No, it does. It teleports into the manor, as in the main base right now. We do see Watchtowers is up. That manor getting taken down. Suppe trying to break through this position as best as he possibly can, as the Citizen does pop out here. Suppe not paying attention on that Citizen there. He's retreating away. The units coming through here to take this fight. 8 seconds left of flaming weapons remaining. The Battle Ball can come in and get a lot of disruption done on this fight, as the Troll's getting so much damage done. We see more units pushing through onto this position as the Stymphalian Bird is in. We see the Citizen getting taken down. The Battle Ball going down, as well as the Herser going to attempt to break through this position to stop the gold income. But at this point, it does look like Mariano has effectively defended the huge pushing potential that Suppe's Loki has got here. And now what can Suppe do? Suppe has not managed to get the gold staff. There's still plenty of gold left in the bank here. Mariano's at full population. He just needs to kind of get his Citizen back onto this position. Villager differential is relatively equal as well here, ladies and gentlemen. So there is no significant advantage for either player in this game, but the flaming weapons is gone. The power spike of the Loki is gone. So Mariano here, he just needs to get himself his upgrades. He just needs to put pressure onto the gold mine, and he might be able to find a win in this matchup as he breaks through the gate yet again. The Herser, over on this position here, checking the town center up, making sure that nothing is going on there as well. Looking for raids, trying to take down these pesky Citizen over here as well. As on this position, the Stymphalian Bird here can take down the Battle Ball. Arcus coming out. To be honest, I don't think that Arcus are the best unit to build in this matchup. Much better idea would be to not gather any wood and just build Murmillo, unless you see Throw an Axeman coming out, as a huge raid coming through right now onto Suppe's gold villages here as he's retreating away on this position. But Suppe at this point, he's got himself a healthy amount of trolls. Getting himself Hammer Troll at this point would be a great idea to help take down those Stymphalian Birds, as some Citizens do end up falling on this position as well, as both players' economy is hurting here. That's a ton of dwarves getting taken out there. Great raid by Mariano here. But the main base is under a lot of pressure as we see a Battle Ball spawn here for Suppe, as Suppe's taking down the Manors. He's taking down the Stymphalian Birds incredibly fast as well with those Trolls. One Stymphalian Bird here now remaining. 3 Trolls remaining. Can he manage to take the town center down and keep himself going in this game as the Stymphalian Bird retreats away? The hero Murmillo about to get taken out as well. Town center going down as Mariano's units very much out of position here. Does he have a palace down over here? He does not have the palace. He's got the resources for the palace. Needs to kind of... I mean, he hasn't really managed to keep his farms in a defensive position. I mean, around the town center you think is a defensive position, but kind of in random places all around the map is actually kind of the best place to put them in this matchup, funnily enough, as one Stymphalian Bird there goes down. The Battle Ball's very, very strong on this fight, but there's 4 hero Murmillo here for Mariano. And there's only a handful of Herser here in this fight as well. If those hero Murmillo were taken out, this fight would go the wayside of Suppe incredibly easily. But it looks like to me that Mariano here, he's not actually producing from all of his military barracks here. He's only got 12 Citizen remaining, but it's just still more income technically than Suppe can get at this point. And it does kind of look here at this moment that Suppe here, Actually, Mariano's got 0 favor in the bank. So he can't make any heroes. This is his final hero here. So he's got to make some sort of trades in this fight. After that, Murmillo dies, which it looks like it probably will die to this Battle Ball after all is said and done. Mariano's got 0 favor. He cannot defend against the impending Battle Ball. Moving forward, this Battle Ball are going to get infinite value here, basically. They've got 60% pierce armor, 60% hack armor, and 720 HP. They're going to do so much damage, and the Battle Ball just continue streaming through here. What can Mariano do at this point? He can't, that's one thing he can do. He can make the Dryads, but Dryads do not get a bonus against Myth units. They're one of the very rare myth units that don't get a bonus versus myth units. You can see 2 actually. Here we go, 200 bonus damage versus myth units for the Battle Boar versus the Dryad, which just is a straight unit. As the Battle Boar do get taken down, Suppe will be retreating back for the time being here. 34 villagers for Suppe to 11 citizen for Mariano. Still very, very close. Another temple coming up here as Suppe is realizing if he can get the Battle Boar out a little bit faster, he should be in for a very, very good time here as he's trying to build Battle Boar out of this one. He needs a little bit more gold income here. He does have 1,000 gold left over here. Farms on the front of the... that's a dangerous place to leave farms there. I imagine that Mariano is going to be checking that one out most likely as the Battle Boar not quite able to come through. I think that Mariano is making this raid here. Is he going to this position or not? It looks like he's not. Oh, he might have been spotted there by the Hearser. As the Hearser can come up onto this position, we are seeing the town center coming up with 5 citizen here as Mariano knows how important that town center is for his success. As the Hearser coming through with just 2 Battle Boar in this fight. The units just cannot take this one. Mariano can just simply not take this fight here at all. But Mariano will be spotting the farmers on this position here. This is huge. Suppe's been very greedy dropping these farmers here. He could have retreated. He could have moved the villagers up to the top corner of the map and had a more safe position there. And yep, take that ox cart out and life is very, very tough. Mariano now has that town center back, which means he's going to be able to get himself the 5.4 favor a minute. So in 1 minute, he basically can get 2. Every minute that passes, you can basically get 2 heroes in this fight, which is not really what you want. You want the Stymphalian birds, but Mariano here, he's not going to be able to get them as he's starting to push forward now, putting pressure here. He's at 80 population only as more units getting taken down as they're retreating away. This is another weakness of the Arcus and why I don't recommend Arcus in this matchup at all is they've only got a 4.13 speed. Even with Oranos, it's very, very slow as we do see those Dryads going to be pushing forward here to try and get some harass onto those dwarves at 4.5 speed. They're going to get caught very, very fast by the Hearser as the Battle Boar just saying, I don't care. I'm just going to run straight by you. I'm going to go after this gold mine. In fact, well, I mean, he probably doesn't even need to. He can just take the fight over here as the Dryads do get taken down, but the Ox Cart gets taken down as well. Mariano being very, very frustrating to play against, I'm sure here. Taking out Ox Carts is such an annoying part of the weaknesses that Norse has, is that your opponent can just come through. And not only that, Loki also has got the bonus, the unique bonus of having weaker ox carts. Cheaper ox carts, but weaker ox carts. Don't ask me why Ensemble Studios decided to do that. And don't ask me why the Vibly Balance patch team didn't decide to undo that nerf. But anyways, we see the Murmillo getting taken down as the Archers coming back up onto this position. Suppe's got plenty of wood in the bank so he can rebuild those farms if he so chooses. But at this point, he's got one thing on his mind and one thing on his mind only, and that is take the gold out, take Mariano out. We do see the citizen garrisoning into this position, going to be attempting to retreat away. Suppe is not going to be allowing those units to pull away from here anytime soon here, ladies and gentlemen, as the army coming through onto this position. 1 mana going to be going down here, which will be putting a stop to a lot of the production abilities here for Mariano. A 2nd mana going to be falling as well as the Hearser. They're too strong. The citizen going to be retreating away. Can Suppe take those citizen out as well as the army? I don't think it matters. He can just go after the army and it's going to be a completely fine position. A mountain giant spawn here for Suppe as well. It's going to help him take down the main town center to boot, as we do see these units here getting chased away by a lone Hearser as he's able to take those low HP units out very, very simply and easily there. And in that moment, Mariano does decide to tap out. No gold, no hope here in this game as Suppe's Loki just too strong here in this matchup, able to take out Mariano's Oranos. Really, really nice play here from Suppe. Loved it. He does not care about his village's safety at all, but he manages to make it work. I mean, the decision to go after the town center here was so so high IQ, you don't know that your opponent's got no favor. You can kind of work it out in a way if you say, okay, the game's gone on for, say, 15 minutes. This means that you could potentially have a total of whatever that is, 75 favor total. After all is said and done, you get 5 favor a minute. So if he's got 75 favor, he hasn't made any Prometheans, he's made 3-4 Stymphalian birds. You can say, hang on, that's all his favor gone. You can just take the town center out. He's got no favor. He can't make any heroes. I kind of doubt that Soup thought that in the moment, because I mean, you just want to kill the town center anyways. It's a high value target, stops the citizen from getting trained. All those good things, takes away the population, the 15 population. But the effect of doing that was so huge in this game, and that's it. Soup gets the dub in this series. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next game.